And before we go, I do wanna have a little conversation. I wanna introduce a segment that I want to call Tea Tales. Because this is the
Okay.
tea pod, teapot, tea tales, a little tea story. So a tea tale or the tea tale segment is just basically like just a story, a little quick anecdote, just something you've learned about yourself recently or something you've learned about your identity or sexuality. I will start. So, something I've learned about my sexuality or about being a queer, about living as a queer person in a queer body, is that sometimes you have to give trade your phone number. I was on the apps. I want to be clear. I want to be clear to you at home. I never give my number out. I don't do it. My friend has talked to me about, messing with this guy on the apps, and I gave him my number and we were I never do it. I never give out my number. I am very explicit about you can have my Instagram, you can have my I don't have Snapchat, you can keep it on the apps. Okay? But this one guy, and he has a star. He has a star next to his name on the app. Okay, he
Okay.
has
All right. I know about the star.
has a little star.
Mhm.
He messaged me, and we made arrangements to have him come over. I like to host,
Yeah.
and he told me he did not have data, and he only could do texting, but he couldn't, because he was at home when he messaged me, but he told me he didn't have data, and so he could only do messages. And a little part of me was like, but don't you need data to send text messages? But I didn't think too hard about it. I was
That was
like,
my first thought. I was like,
because I was like, but I was
okay.
like, okay, you know what? Maybe they just have, SMSs, fine. So I gave him my number. We texted. He came over. It was incredible. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Would rate it 10 out of 10. That is my tea tale. Sometimes you have to give trade your phone number. That's what I learned.
Let's. Do I have a tea tale? Let me give a funny tea tale instead of calling out, because I
Okay.
could call out. Because I've learned a lot of interesting things. I will say I had an interaction at Starbucks where it was this one day. It was right before I was getting ready to leave. This was after I'd found out 2 weeks before I'm moving through a whole bunch of other stuff that I wasn't actually getting the transfer, and in a few weeks I was suddenly going to be unemployed. So like I had been on the clock doing my job, but I wasn't feeling it. I was really struggling. Like I was just going through the motions. And there was one day, a couple days before my last day, where I was feeling real fucking emotional because I knew I was about to be unemployed. And all these black women came in, right? These elder black women, and mind, oh, also none of my coworkers were talking to me that particular day too, so it just felt really lonely. And they really uplifted me in a way. We started talking
Oh.
about makeup. We started joking with each other. They were so sweet. One of them told me, well, it's funny because they were trying to clock me on my blush, which is true. I'm this is maybe year two of trying blush, and I like it. But they were doing it in a nice way. They were just like, I think when you use blush, use this brand because on black people, this one's gonna look a little bit better. So we were just, and it was nice because I've never actually had really anybody come up to me and like give me any tips or anything on my makeup, on my hair, on anything. I've kind of just been going off of videos and my own shit. You know this. You watched me go from a brick in the first year of being in our grad to like blossoming. But like so, and they were laughing and they left.
Yeah.
And I'm not somebody who needs a lot of affirmation, but I realized that like black women specifically, people from my culture, uplifting me and making me feel good and engaging with me in a way that doesn't feel forced or like they're scared to have conversations, but in a way of like, no, I see you, and here, let me
Mm.
help you, babes, and let me uplift you on this good day, Miss my sis. Like I went home and I cried about that, and
Oh.
I mean I'm on the hormones now, so like I do cry a lot more often and at
Yeah.
a lot more things. But I remember going home and crying because I was like, this is I feel like this is a lot of what's missing in my life and in society. Is like I've
Mm.
always been uplifted by black women. And so what that meant for me is that as a trans woman, I've learned that I can count on black women to uplift me during my hard times as a trans woman.
Oh I love that. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we should wrap up. We should wrap up. This was such an awesome episode. Yeah, I had a great time. I hope you guys at home had a great time. If you liked what you saw, like and subscribe, comment, repost. What do you want to hear us talk about? Like, what's the tea? Yeah, what's the tea with
Yes,
you?
give us topics. We'll put it together. Engage, comment. If you see something this week that you think is interesting, crazy, funny, hilarious, if there's a clip you want us to react to on the podcast,
Yes.
comment on it. I probably will not be the one to engage with it, but one of us will see it.
One of us will see it. Okay.
One of us
All
will
right.
see it. I'm kidding. I'll look. I'm trying to be nicer now. If I start seeing transphobic comments, though, I'm out. I'm not looking at these comments. But we gonna
Trial and
tell
error.
us
We'll
what
see.
to talk about. Tell us. You know, let me tell you one thing we won't be talking about.
What?
We
Is
won't
that
be talking about baddies on this podcast.
yes? Yes.
I might bring in
I
a clip
love
or two,
that.
though. I might bring in a clip or two. You know, they got this DL dude up on there.
You know what? Let's go ahead and end the episode.
You're
Goodbye,
right.
y'all.
We'll talk about this off camera.
Bye. Goodbye.
Hey y'all! Thank you so much for watching our video. If you had fun with us today, don't be shy. Like, comment, and subscribe. And tune in every Friday at 5 p.m. for our full episodes. Have a good day, and remember to see the world with a little more cop. And remember to see the world with a little more